Welcome to our virtual history tour of Fort Mitchell. This summer we explore the history and stories of houses and families in Fort Mitchell. We will post a new video every Friday in June and July highlighting a new house and its history. Videos will be posted to our Facebook group, Kenton Library Archives, and our Kenton County Public Library YouTube channel. We will also have a special tour-related post on our Instagram account, Kenton Library Archives. Our stop today is 36 West Orchard Road. Frederick August Hilker was born in Covington in 1870. Born to immigrant parents, Frederick and Louisa Hilker. Their family lived at 70 Martin Street in Covington. In 1898, Fred and William Blesh started a baker's and confectionery supply business. The company was called Hilker and Blesh. The first headquarters for the company was at 17 to 19 East Pearl Street in Cincinnati. They sold food products, canned goods, baked goods for supermarkets, baking supplies, and wellness products. These products were available through the company's catalog. Hilker and Blesh grew quickly and eventually opened a new headquarters in Chicago, a 7-story building near downtown. In the late 1950s, after Hilker passed away, the company closed the Cincinnati warehouse and then merged with a few other companies to eventually become Lawrence Foods, which still exists today. Frederick Hilker, along with his wife Almanette Newman, purchased the property at 36 West Orchard. The house was designed by a local architect from Covington named Lanham Robertson and was built by a local construction company called the Northcutt Brothers. The house was finished in 1910. It is a Spanish-style brick house with rough cast stucco. It had 8 rooms, hardwood floors, and electric lighting throughout the house. Fred, Alma, their son Carl, and their daughter Katrina all lived together in the new house along with 2 servants. While living on Orchard Road, the family hosted card parties, church gatherings, various luncheons, and meetings for a women's club that Alma was a member of. The family spent many summers in Michigan, where Alma was born, and they traveled often to New York City. Frederick was a well-known businessman in the area, and he also spent time serving on many boards, including Beechwood School, DeVue Park, Fort Mitchell Country Club, Highland Cemetery, and the Covington YMCA. He was also active with the Oddfellows and the Covington Industrial Club. In February of 1923, while the family was away on a trip to New York, a group of men broke into their home and used dynamite to crack a safe in the wall. The Kentucky Post reported that the job was done by a group of professionals. After breaking in while the maid was at the movies and the family on vacation, they used just enough dynamite to only blow the safe door off while not disturbing the neighbors. It was unknown what the contents of the safe were. Fred passed away in 1956 and Alma sold the house in 1958. The house was then purchased by the Pearson family. Harley and Mary Pearson were born in Indiana. Before moving to Fort Mitchell, the family lived in Colorado, Utah, and Cincinnati. They had a son named William. Harley was a watchmaker and a jewelry repairman. Harley also had a patent on an invention that he created. The invention was a handcuff attached to a steel rod that was supposed to trap burglars upon them breaking into locked spaces. Harley also worked for a few local companies. In Cincinnati, he worked for the Gruen Watch Company, which began operations in Cincinnati in 1898. After constructing a new building at 401 East McMillan in Cincinnati in 1917, which still stands today, Gruen became one of the largest watch manufacturers in the United States. The property was nicknamed Time Hill. You can see the Gruen Watch Company logo on the Riches Jewelry sign in Covington on 7th and Madison. Harley also worked for Mach for a short time after moving to Fort Mitchell. Mach began operating at 613 Main Street in Covington in 1857 and is still in business today. Harley eventually began operating a small business from his home, doing watch repairs, jewelry repairs, and reselling different types of jewelry. By all accounts, Mary Pearson also operated an antique business out of the home. Her obituary said that she operated this business for over 20 years. There were also classified ads offering antiques and jewelry for sale at their address. Upon the two passing away, there were also classified ads attempting to get rid of all the jewelry and furniture that was left in the house. Harley passed away in 1978 and Mary moved out a couple years later. City directory records show the house was vacant in 1982 and 1983. Then it was finally sold in 1984. It may have taken their son William all that time to get rid of the antiques and jewelry that were left in the house. The new owner of the house was short-term. Then William and Sophia McGrain purchased it in 1987. William, who began public speaking at an early age, would eventually take over a business that his parents started. They had a growing public speaking and lifestyle business. William worked as VP for his father for 16 years before taking over the business. It is called the McGrain Self-Esteem Institute and is still in operation today. They focus on marriage counseling, financial counseling, and wellness tips. They also offer classes on public speaking, career navigation, and relationships in the workplace. The company used to have a location at 2055 Dixie Highway in Fort Mitchell. The McGrains lived at 36 Orchard until 1999. If you would like assistance with researching your own historic Kent County property or family, you can make a one-on-one research assistant appointment by calling 859-962-4070 or emailing history@kentonlibrary.org. Thank you for joining us today on our virtual history tour.